And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome again to Good Morning Experts. And today, we have a main event for you. And to help us with that is not just anybody. He is that international trainer that comes to us with over 40 years of experience, a six-figure ring earner and member of the ELC, that is Executive Leadership Council. He's also the number one, the very first shareholder in the US of A, standing ready to give us the next segment entitled Coach Erik's Play of the Day. We're talking about the player coach with the plaques in the back. The plaques to prove it. We're saying he is everybody's coach. We're talking about Erik Robinson.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got it. It's all yours.
Man, the block is hot. Are y'all seeing the transformation? Let me just ask you that. Are y'all seeing the transformation? Who's ready for a bigger shift, a bigger, better transformation in their financial business life?
Yes.
Me.
Yes. Bigger shift. We're going to go bigger. You know, I got a thing that says, it says most people rather be right than rich. You grew up wanting to be right and not rich. Yeah, you want to be right. Yeah, you want to be rich. But if you have to choose the two, most people will pick right. How do I know? Because we say run the blueprint, run the play. Oh, well, you know, my people don't do this. Oh, because you want to be right. You don't want to be rich. Rich says run the play. Right says my people. Right says I'm not like that. That ain't me. You don't understand. You don't understand how I think. Because see, you want to be right. You want to dig in. You ain't trying to be rich. So you know what I said, I was listening. I said, let me just stop this train. You want to be right and not rich? Okay, Erik, stop the train. Well, let's help people really get right. See, Uncle Jock told me, said there's a thing, living lies and telling lies, meaning you're living lies that have been told to you, and then you're going around retelling the same lie that was told to you as truth. And it ain't even your truth. It ain't even fact. What do you mean? For years, they said the earth was flat, right? And everybody said the earth was flat. And when Columbus tried to sell off, they said, man, you're crazy. He's going to fall to earth. No, we ain't doing it. You got to save him. They were trying to say, they're trying to put him in jail, save him from himself. Because he's like, man, there's something on the other side. They're like, no. See, people was living a lie that the earth was flat. And they was telling it and passing it down throughout generations. And was even trying to hold somebody back from getting the truth. What does that look like in your world? Well, see, some people have been told the lie that your job is going to make you rich. Your job is going to give you your lifestyle. And once you retire, you're going to live your dream. When you get that 65, you're going to live your dream. How many of y'all realize that's a flat out lie?
Bogus. Yep.
Look around the people who retire from traditional jobs. Man, I was working at a hot shop in Big Boys, and now I retired. Ooh, I'm traveling the world, man. Going from Florida Avenue to Alabama Avenue in DC ain't traveling the world. That ain't traveling states. You're traveling blocks. Are y'all catching me? Some people be traveling blocks.
Hold up, Erik. You didn't say Alabama Avenue to Florida Avenue.
People think they changing states. You're changing the block, man. You still in Northwest DC. You still in Southeast, Southwest. You still in Washington DC. Right?
If you know, put it like this on that one. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Right. So
I know.
So what am I saying? Like if you don't, entrepreneurship gives you the chance to really change and impact your life. Now, very few people. Let me be true. Some people are able to get that big time job, that big corporate suite job, and they can do it. You know, I was listening to I watched the news the other day, and I watched news. It came across, somebody told me. And the superintendent, and where we live at Prince George's County, Maryland, the superintendent got fired. They fired the superintendent. They didn't like him. New people came in, they fired him politics. But he walked away with a $700,000 payday. Now that's one person in the school district. See, he was an employee making $300,000 a year, and then he walked away with $700,000 severance pay. That's not going to be everybody. That ain't the bus driver. That ain't the school teacher. Are y'all with me? They're not walking away rich. He could walk away rich. So I'm not saying that the job can get you there, but most people already know if they got the job that's going to get them there. Are y'all with me? Yes or yes? But here's the thing: you're still thinking it. Then you got an opportunity
Yes.
to change, and you're stuck. So I want to talk about the right part. What keeps people stuck? It's usually the lens. It's the lens that you look at. You look at things with a perspective of yourself. Me, my. You know, one of my mentors told me he was owned another company, and he started a company that did billions of dollars. Now, one thing I realized later after getting to know this gentleman, his father had a HVAC company that was doing $1 billion. So he came from money. He didn't start off with no money. He came from money, right? Went to some of the top schools, and he's like, man, I clergy from some top judges, and went to school and got my law degree and started my company, started entrepreneur, started doing some things. He was an attorney. So he was already exposed to some things, right? He's like, I was a high level athlete, Division I athlete. So, but he said, man, Erik, I read books on autobiographies. He said, I'm at the stage, I don't need the motivation. I'm running a multi-million-dollar company that was doing about $800 to $900 million a year, $900 million. And he sold that company after those years. He sold his customer base for $360 million in cash, to a company called NRG. Like Jock said, I want to fill y'all NRG. He sold his company to NRG Energy for $360 million cash. But he said, Erik, I read autobiographies. So when Dr. Mark said I was listening to McDonald's, so I share some of these things with y'all because he's understanding how the business owners think. How do they maneuver through their process? How do they go from where they were in life up to where they are? Are y'all catching me? I'm giving y'all some tips. See, instead of watching Ratchet TV, maybe you add a little bit. It depends on where you are, right? So maybe you ain't got to reduce all your ratchetness, but figure out how did that person get there? What's Tyler Perry's journey? You watch Tyler Perry movies, but what's Tyler Perry's journey? What is his book? What is his path? Let me study. What did he do? How did he overcome? Because he had challenges just like you. Let me study Stephen Jobs. I watched the Apple movie not to see how Apple, because I want to see what Stephen Jobs, what was his path? You realize he got fired from Apple. The founder of Apple got fired from Apple. And some of y'all like, hey, my people don't show up to meetings. They won't get started. My people. That's the level of your thought process because that's the level of your lens. You want to be rich, but your lens is down here. And it's not a bad thing. It's just what you have been exposed to thus far. And what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not trying to be the deal. I'm trying to help you become the deal. So you got to become the person who can achieve the goals that you desire. Some of y'all, Uncle Jock said, man, you can hear it in Danae's voice. You can hear the shift. You can hear the shift of Tawana. It ain't that they got new skills. So some of y'all are chasing skills. Tell me, what did you say to the customer? What did you say to Bob? Well, I can give you a whole script. Ask me how I know. Because I've given people scripts. I've given people scripts and leads. I can show you. I got a whole group that we created. Hey, y'all, these are the leads to call these people. And most people ain't called it. They be like, Erik, give me more leads. Hey, I'm out of leads. You got some more? You got some more? Like, what did you do with the ones you got? I gave you 50 people. You mean to tell me you could not get one person to even get on a phone call with me? What are you saying to them? You saying something wrong, then put them on a call with me. I know there's somebody there. I know one that these are people who applied for a job, and you mean to tell me you couldn't get one? But because what happens is you haven't become the person who can attract the person who wants to join your business just yet. So giving you the scripts, giving you the leads without changing you ain't going to work. Are y'all catching me? You can give me I can right now hit the lottery for a Home Depot shopping spree. Take me to Home Depot, Eric, whatever you can grab, and you can grab all the tools you want from Home Depot. Guess what? I don't care. My backyard's still going to look like it looks because I'm not the person who has the desire to be the landscaper to fix the backyard, even with all the tools. So give me the tools, ain't going to change nothing. Are y'all catching me? Instead of giving me the tools, you may want to put me through a landscaping class. Make it seem fun. Help me become the landscaper. So this is an entrepreneurship class, ladies and gentlemen. Every day we're helping you become a better entrepreneur. Are y'all catching that? And you're getting around other entrepreneurs. Now, here's the thing. When you're around other entrepreneurs who are levels are here, you start to become, this is the norm. So what am I saying? That's why we tune into things like the CEO tap. Why? So we hear the other stories. I heard a leader told me, Eric, man, I don't want to, that's the big fish. I don't want to get around there. They shaming me for being small. No, they're trying to grow you up. See, your thought process, the leader's thought process, well, I'm being shamed for being small. Instead of saying, I'm there, you're trying to show you the lens, what it looks like to get big. If this person can make $1 million in this company, why can't you? And they're telling you not the steps they took, they're telling you the mindset they developed. See, when you develop the $1 million mindset, oh, it's unshakable. You know, one thing I can tell is rubbed off my daughter. Everything she wants to do is, she's 15 years old. She's like, Dad, I want to go to boarding school. All right, we showed her some schools in the neighborhood around the way schools. It wasn't boarding school, so I don't want to go to school. I want to go to this one raw school. Wait, how'd you find the school? It's $80,000 a year. She's like, I ain't playing smart. Everything she does is big. She out there, I want to go to Brown University Brown summer program. I'm like, what? It's Brown summer program? Why Brown? We got, PG College got some summer program. No, I want to go to Brown because I want to go to the places. See, you had developed me to that mindset. Nothing she does is small, right? She's like, I want to go. She's always, I'm like, I got to stretch my income. So she's making me stretch my income because of things she wants. Are y'all catching that? So now, here's what happened though. Now you see what's possible, but you ain't achieving it. Now you start thinking like, oh man, is it possible for me? Doubts start to kick in. And instead of, can I give y'all a golden tip what you got to do? Y'all ready? When you ain't achieving the goals you want to achieve, stop shifting the vehicles and shifting the methods and ask yourself these real questions. Am I fully submersed into the process? Have I mastered the process? We tell you got to do what? Every day, Troy ends the thing saying, do what? Drill it till you kill it.
Till they kill it.
Am I killing the basic steps? Have I mastered the 3x5? Well, my people. No, have you mastered the 3x5? If you haven't mastered, what's the 3x5? Have you mastered get 3 recruits and get 5 applications? Master that. Figure out what's stopping me? Well, no, it's not. There's 102 million Americans who's 102 million Americans who's uninsured or uninsured. 102 million. So it ain't everybody. 102 million is a lot of freaking people. 46% of the population don't even have life insurance. So you can't tell me everybody, because I'm going to tell you everybody damn lie. Excuse my language. Because guess what? 46% means you lied to 10 people, 4 of them ain't got it. Well, maybe all the 10. Go find another 10. Every freaking Walmart in your city got 10 people inside. You can stand outside of Walmart. Am I allowed to do that? It's not what you're allowed to do. What are you allowing yourself to do? I don't know. Unlock your brain. See, some of y'all are letting society. Am I allowed to say this, Eric? Am I allowed to say this? Can I say this? I want to check this. You have been conditioned. Remember I said, you have been conditioned to lock yourself and limit yourself. You have been conditioned to limit yourself. Well, the speed limit says this. There's so many limitations around us, ladies and gentlemen, in society. You've been trained to limit yourself. They give you a car that got a speed armor that says 440, but the speed limit is 30. So you're driving a car and go 140, but if I go over, I'm gonna get a ticket. Some of y'all thinking if I go over a certain income, I'm gonna get a ticket called a tax bill. I've heard people say, Eric, I can't make so much money because then the IRS is gonna get me. Dude, you ain't making enough money for the IRS to even know your damn name. Let's be real. The IRS don't care about you. Well, you made $50 million last year? Nah. How much you owe in taxes? $1,500. Man, stop playing games. Get to the point where you owe IRS $1,500 a month in taxes. Then you raise your income up, then they'll come at you. But guess what's going to happen? You raise your income up, you'll figure out how to pay the tax bills. See, it's these limit games that people play. And see, some of y'all, you're embracing your limits, and I can tell by the questions you ask, the questions you ask are rooted in your limitations. Okay, I hear you, Eric. It sounds like this. I hear you, Eric, but what about somebody like me? Okay. How many of y'all realize the United States military has over 1 million people working in the United States military? The United States Post Office has over 1 million people. Walmart is one of the top employers, has over 1 million people. What about people like them? They got an onboarding orientation process at Walmart, and they don't have a million different variations of their orientation. The United States military, Dr. Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. When you went to boot camp, did they have a million? Did they have about how many new people was in your when your class coming in, your recruiting class?
On basic training?
Yeah, in basic training.
Ooh, they had at least, I mean, you look at a battalion, you had at least maybe 300 or 400 people coming in that battalion, just that battalion.
So 300 or 400 people coming in. Did they have 300 or 400 different ways to do basic training? Did everybody had their own separate basic training plan?
Nope. There's a system, an 8-week system that you had to train for 8 weeks.
Hold on. But everybody had their own game plan, like the personalized custom meal plan, the personalized custom training plan?
Nope. One meal plan, one.
Hold on, Dr. Mark. You mean tell me 300 people, you mean I got to do the same exercise that the other person? I didn't have my own exercise program like a private trainer. He said, you do 10 push-ups. Johnny, you do 15. Here's, according to your height weight, you got to do 35. I didn't have my own customized.
Nope. They trained you to be a warrior. They trained you to be a military person. So you trained to fight. So everybody was designed to train to fight for 8 weeks. And they had a rooting out process. A lot of people don't realize, Uncle Jock said too, you said it, there's a rooting out process. Everybody didn't qualify. So after 8 weeks, you might have been out.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all catch that? How many of y'all are running your business looking for warriors, like he said? Looking for people who are fighting for their freedom. See, we're fighting for financial freedom. Everybody ain't trying to get financially free. And some of y'all trying to get financially free, and you worried about the people who ain't. Some of y'all say you're trying to get financially free, but you ain't trying to fight. You show up. It's one thing to show up to the gym. It's another thing to pick up the damn weights. Some come to the gym looking pretty, got the nice outfit on and looking and taking pictures, and women be trying to see how they look and posing and all kinds of stuff, right? Doing it for the gram, and then they walk right out the gym. Ain't never lifted or nothing. What are you doing it for? You doing it for yourself or you doing it for the gram? Which one? See, you don't show up to the meetings for me. You got to show up for you so you can change you. See, Tawana, what's happening, you changed. And because you have changed, your team is now shifting and changing. Danae's making this shift, right? Gaji's making a shift. Why? Because you have made a shift. Uncle Jock been made the shift. But you showed up long enough to have your own transformation. See, everybody's transformation time is different. Are y'all picking what I'm putting down? But what you got to do is make the decision. Go into the closet, go into internal and say, it's time for me to make that change. Michael Jackson said it best. So I got something I want to leave with y'all with this, okay? I was like, you know what? And this is chat. I said, let me ask, what stops most people? And I gave it a whole long thing. And I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to go through all of them. I got more. I said, what's really holding you back? But number 2 hit me. You need to identify your psychological blockers. You got to identify your psychological blocker. I can't identify what's blocking you. You got to be honest enough to look in the mirror. And most of y'all going to look in the mirror and be like, well, I'm not really an entrepreneur. Maybe this ain't for me. Bull crapper. Be strong. And when you look yourself in the mirror, you got to be strong enough than to say, I quit. That's the cop-out. You got a chance to make millions with an opportunity that don't cost you nothing to start, and you want to go, well, I quit. You ain't start. So here's the thing I want you to identify. What paralyzes most people? The fear of failure. Number one. What if I give it my all and it doesn't work? Take that off the table. Stop saying, what if it don't work? What if I do this? What if I do this? Just go do it. We say go order your tickets, get your level up tickets, then go get your damn level up tickets. We even got payment plans. Just go do it. You know, you're saying go get a ticket for a whole pack of people, go get the group ticket. But what if I got a group pack? And stop. Takesha called last night, said, I did the level up package, cost me 10 grand for my event. I spent 10 grand for an event to show for people to show up. But she spent 10 grand. We saying spend 200. Come on. 200 to bring your people. Number one, fear of judgment. Can I get 2 minutes extra, Troy? The fear of judgment. Stop worrying about what people think. The minute you I don't really care about people thinking things like, yes, you do. Ask them how I know. Well, you know, how do I look? This look good, but this look things. What about this thing? Man, stop worrying about you worry about what somebody thinks. Do you think you look good? Matter of fact, if you're an entrepreneur, you got to know. Because why? You're asking somebody to come join the movement that you are part of. And if you're not confident that this thing can work, then how can you tell somebody? Well, most of y'all haven't made the money. But the reason why you haven't made the money because you ain't got the confidence yet. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop the fear of judgment. Ask yourself, what do I do? Number 3, the imposter syndrome. Who am I? I ain't never done nothing. I ain't never been an entrepreneur. Well, you know, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? We tell y'all over and over again who you are. Y'all a champion. You're a superstar. You got to ask yourself, do I really have the imposter syndrome? Number 3, overwhelm. Man, this is just so much. Oh, I'm just so overwhelmed. Man, how do you handle this? And how do you handle that? How do you handle this? I got so much on my plate. And guess what? 2 things you can handle. I'm going to give y'all 2 tips to handle. When you got a lot on your plate, there's 2 strategies that I know works every time. Get a bigger plate or take some stuff and take it off. Period. You know what typically people do? I'm overwhelmed. I got so much going on. Dr. Mary's talking to somebody the other day. I'm overwhelmed. He said he's a pastor. How big is his church? I don't know. You should find out because he probably ain't got a jumbo church. But he's so overwhelmed and over this. No, he ain't got enough money. Call it like it is. I'm telling you, he joined. You either get a bigger plate, but most people would take the things off the plate that gives them the most opportunity to win. It's this business. I'm so overwhelmed, so they quit the business. And they go back to the job and they struggle for the next 20, 30, 40 years or whatever they do in their life. It just happens. So ask yourself, if you're overwhelmed, take the stuff that ain't going to get you a chance to be rich off if you're trying to get rich. That's just a fact. And number 4, the fear of success. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, the fear of success. Some people fear success. But what if I win? You know, because if I win, I got to pay more taxes. If I start making more money, then everybody gonna want money from me. And you don't realize you're holding yourself back from winning because you worry about what's going to happen if you win. So you rather lose than win. Dr. Mark said it best. The United States military is known as one of the best military fighting forces in the world. With billions of people on the planet, the United States still has one of the best armed forces unit. Why? Because we ain't playing to lose. We're freaking playing to win. And we're training soldiers. We're training Marines. We're training airmen. Are y'all with me? We're training combat-ready individuals. Business is a war. Because there's somebody out there, your competition, who's trying to put you out of business. Are you a combat-ready soldier for your own financial freedom? Ain't nobody going to hand it to you because you can die broke and the rest of the world will not give a damn. I'm telling you straight up. You can die broke and nobody's going to care. So 50 Cent said it best. You better get rich or die trying. And I say that in honor of my mom, whose birthday was today, heavenly birthday's today, right? She didn't die rich. She left a legacy with family, but she didn't die rich. And the rest of the world didn't go caring and crying, like, hey, I know donations pouring in. Hey, what's going on with our house? What's going on with this? It don't happen. So I'm telling you, I've seen the end when people die. You better go get rich, because it ain't gonna make a difference whether you're poor or rich. They still ain't gonna care either way. Back to you, Troy.
All right, all right, all right. Just drop the mic on that. Everybody, I think you really clearly understand that you just got served a master class by one of the best in the business. So let's give him an amazing round of applause, well deserved. That can't say thank you enough, no matter how much we clap.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Indeed, indeed. Well, family, that brings us to the Annie Willie inspired recap, a relay of the day. And we got some hands up. We want everybody to come on in and the team to get ready, because we're going to make sure that you get it done right. And this is the instructions. Before we get on the track, make sure you get in lane number 1 and trust the system. Keep your eyes on the winners, on those favored to win. And when you come across those psychological blockers in the middle of your race, and when one may just be one of those type people that we call an atheist or something like that, just make sure you let them know, hey, nobody plans to fail, but they fail to plan. So we have a special 4-step system that is always willing to get it, and we know how to make it happen. So with that being said, now we are ready, and you getting ready to go for it, Miss Donna. You got the first leg of the day. Let's get it.
All right. Grand Rising. That was a great presentation, and I got a lot out of it. But the one thing that stood out was I'm fighting for my financial freedom. My question to you is, are you? Come on and get that green sheet. Slam dunk.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Great first leg. Great first leg. You follow instructions well. You in first lane, you in the lane, and you taking it on and passing it into the zone to the lady that has her hand outstretched. That is none other than the storyteller herself, Mrs. Tawana Chisley.
Okay. What paralyzes most people, and I'm gonna this is what's been going on for me the past couple of weeks. I have not really wanted to be in front of people because I suffer with my allergies and I'm breaking out. So I'm not as confident as I would normally feel talking in front of people. But I don't mind being on camera or picking up the phone. So I had to make a shift until I started feeling better about who I am, because I will start to go into my shell if I feel like you're staring at me. And you might not even be staring at me, but it's a mental thing that happens and I don't move forward. So that really set out for me today. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Tawana Chisley, the storyteller, for bringing it into the zone. And the next outstretched hand is waiting on you. That is none other than that man called the financial prophet, Dr. Mark. Take it away.
Thank you this morning. Thank you, Coach Eric. What stood out is business is a war, and we are champions for financial freedom. That's what stuck with me. And I had to take a look at my vision board. And on my vision board, it says freedom through entrepreneurship. Thank you, Coach Eric.
Yeah. All right. And I thank you for bringing it into the zone, Dr. Mark, the financial prophet. And he's reaching out there and putting that baton in the hand of the man called money. That man that knows how to handle it, because that's what we all here for. Get it, money.
You know something, brother Eric, you struck on something we used to talk all the time about, the fear of success. Because sometimes you said the one thing, we think people won't ask you for money. People won't ask you for money if you don't have any. They still won't ask you for money. But the one thing you got to think in yourself when you get into your business, how much do you want to be a success? How much do you want to do? Are you going to do what your business is going to do, or that you can die first for it? That it is all out. It's a war against you. You are obsessed with and being a success, and you know that you can live a legacy for your family. Are you true to the game, or are you faking on the game? Are you true, or what you going to do?
Get it.
Stop lying and start trying.
Come on,
That's
money.
all I gotta say, brother.
Get it. Come on, money. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, money. Drop it. No, don't drop it though. Let's put the baton in the hand of the next runner, and that we don't want to get disqualified. So we're gonna get the baton in the hand of the lady called Dr. Teresa O'Day.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, always, Eric. One thing you mentioned just reminded me that as we invite people to Experior, we have to trust Experior and master what Experior is showing us to do. And a lot of times, lack of that confidence because we don't know much, but we have to trust the system and what Experior is rolling out for us. And when we do that, we have to set precedents. We don't allow people who come to tell us what to do because we know what we got in our hands. We know the system. I know Eric and Uncle Jock, talking about following the system, running the play, So we have to make sure we do that. Get ourselves, schooled, educated, skilled, and tooled. And then we set the precedents with people who come. So that's just what you
Dr.
reminded me.
Teresa. Yes, yes, Dr. Teresa, bringing it home. That's what I'm talking about, getting it in. Well, everybody, we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. They say, there's more. There's more. We got more money, more, and she ready to give it to you. Let's get it. The baton is in your hand, sister. Let's roll with it.
All right. Thank you so much, Troy. Thank you, Coach Eric. All of it was great, but the thing that stood out to me was we're looking for people who are not trying to get financially free. We want to look for people who are trying to get financially free. But my thing is, he talked about look in the mirror first. You got to be the one that's trying to get financially free yourself. Then you can find the people to follow.
Look at that 20-second split. My more money, more. You think you got some smoke underneath you, behind you right now? There's more. There's more. We gonna put some more smoke to you. Trust and believe. This race ain't over yet. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because it is now time for us to bring it across the finish line in style with our chest out like we always do. And we put the anchor leg of the day. That best one that we got on the team that know how to take it and take those notes, those phenomenal notes. She is our AI personified, the anchor leg of the day that takes it like no other, that international recap specialist that captures it all. We're talking about Miss Rita.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Thank you. Grand Rising, everyone. Consistency beat out talent every day. Keep dripping on people. They will eventually come back to you. The drip part can seem like a waste of time. Just keep dripping on them. Keep them in your funnel. Prayer and ChatGPT. With prayer and ChatGPT, you can't lose to get your plays to run. Be laser focused, committed, not being distracted. Connect with your future self. Be quiet, sit still so you can get instruction. We are all going to get distractions. Let's not use life be lifing as a crutch. Studying Ray Kroc and the McDonald brothers. Persistence is like a bull. Be persistent like a bulldog. When you grab something, don't let go. We have a piece of real estate that costs you nothing to start. How many people have an opportunity to become multimillionaires on this Zoom? Everybody does. And what did we pay to join? Nothing. We have a key to backdoor the highest paid industry in the world. And there's more. We have a playbook that all you have to do is plug in. And there's more. We have a whole team of coaches coaching you up. And there's more. We have an opportunity to put your family in a position to not have to struggle. This is a now and later income. Stop playing. If you're going to play, get out of the way. Please take this serious. The video of the baby bear struggling to get to his mama at the top of the mountain. And I want to say that video, I think someone posted it in the chat. So if you want to see that video, it's in the chat. Sometimes we have to shift a little because we may not be as strong as the mommy bear. It shows focus, willpower, and mentorship. As you grow your team, you have to trust the system and you have to trust your people. This is a volunteer army. Do you want high-level leadership or not? Plug them into the system and let the system work. I have the keys to the kingdom in my hands and I'm unlocking all the doors. People activate at different times. The beast is always there. Get comfortable in your environment and master the system. Decide that you're going to make time for everything. Now she's at peace. She has released the beast. Run the play. The block. Who's ready for a bigger shift in their finances? Most people rather be right than rich. Rich says, run the play. Right says, that's not me or my people. Helping people get right. Living lies that's told to you and repeating the living lies. The lie, your job will make you rich when you retire. You will live your dream. Some walk away rich, but most don't. The problem is you still think that. What keeps people stuck? It's the lens, the perspective of yourself. Me, me, me. Read autobiographies, how business owners think. What is their journey? How they overcome. The level of your lens equals the level of your thought process. Become the person that can achieve the goals you desire. Become the person that can attract the people to your business. Given the tools doesn't change anything. This show helps you become better entrepreneurs. Leaders are trying to show you the mindset that they develop. Develop the $1 million mindset. Now you see what's possible, but you are not achieving it. Why are you not achieving it? When you're not achieving it, stop shifting and ask yourself, am I fully immersed in the process? Have I mastered the systems? It's not what you're allowed to do, it's what are you allowing yourself to do. You have been conditioned to limit yourself. Stop embracing your limits. Over 1 million people in the military. They have about 300 to 400 people come through basic training. They have one system. How many? We are looking for warriors fighting for financial freedom. Don't just show up to the meetings for someone else. Show up for you. Everyone's transformation time is different. Make the decision to make the change. Identify your psychological blockers. What stops most people? The fear, number one, the fear of failure. Stop saying, what if it don't work? Just do it. Number two, the fear of judgment. Stop worrying about what people think. What do you think about yourself? Number three, the imposter syndrome. Who am I? You are champions. Number four, being overwhelmed. So much on your plate. Either get a bigger plate or take some stuff off your plate. The problem is most people take the wrong things off their plate. They take the things that's going to get them rich. Number five, fear of success. What if I win? What if I make more money? Don't worry about that. Business is a war. Are you a comeback ready soldier for your financial freedom? Nobody cares if you die broke. Get rich or die trying. That's it, and that's all.
Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, give her a round of applause. Miss Rita to the podium.
Yes, Miss Rita.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Well, with that
That's
being
right.
said, There's nothing else for us to say, folks. It is now time that we just get to say thank each and every one of you for virtually coming out and being a part of this morning's phenomenal training by the best in the business. And everybody's coach is always on point. Uncle Jock, always on point. We thank each and every one of you. And before we turn it over now and give it back to everybody's coach, we want to say for those announcements and those marching orders, and now especially that you know how, let me ask the question. What's next?
Drill it till you kill it.
Drill it till you kill it. That's it. I'm Troy Gandy, your index of voice of inspiration, signing off from Good Morning Experts. Coach Erik, back to you.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Thank you for that amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for Rita. Miss Rita, you just did it all. Thank you, Uncle Jock, for an amazing session. Ladies and gentlemen, go back and watch it. You can check us out on, I think the channel is now switching to Everybody's Coach, Erik Robinson. You still can type in Erik and Dr. Mary on YouTube and find us, but the channel name is switching to Everybody's Coach, Erik Robinson. So same information, just different channel name. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing day on purpose. Let's get out there. Let's go do it. DJ, take us away. Drop it.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.